Hello there, lovely people. This video is to just give you a really super basic overview of how to get the sound system to make sound. Say you're running a service and you have to get some mics on. Well, what do? First step, you have to turn this thing on. So I'm just going to take the cover off here. Now, you can look all day on this thing for a power switch and you're not going to find one because it's down here. Underneath here on the floor, we've got several stacks of things, and it's not the big red shiny one. Over here, where it says power, you're going to flip that, and this is a sequencer. It turns everything on in the right order so that there won't be any pops or power surges that will damage any of the equipment. So you'll get to see the magic of all the lights turning on and whirring machines. All right, so now everything's on. I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what everything is on the board here. And there are some things on here that are very technical, very in-depth, that the average user is not going to need on a regular weekly basis. So I'm just going to go over the basic things. Over here, each one of these slides is a channel, such as a particular microphone, or the piano mic, or a guitar input, or my microphone. So there's 1 through 16 right here. Over here to the left, we have another layer. So here, if you push that, it's channel 17 through 32. And it's the same thing. Most of these we're not using, but we do have the Pastor and the handheld mics on this channel. And then over here, again, on the left, to the left of this panel, we've got auxiliary things. So these are your electronic sources. So we've got CD, an auxiliary cable, so if somebody wanted to plug in their phone for a song, video, so that would be if you had a DVD that was playing, or a YouTube video on the computer. So those are where those would be found. Now on each of these channels, there is a mute button. Okay, when it's lit up, it's muted. If you push that, the light goes off, and that's a live channel now. Okay, and on each of these there is a little light here, and that shows you how the signal, how much signal that channel is getting. So if you don't know what microphone someone's getting on, and they walk up and they start talking in a microphone, you're going to see like a little green light blinking right here. So that will tell you which microphone you need to turn on. So to make the microphones produce sound, a couple things need to happen. First of all, the slider needs to be turned up. So you're going to be adjusting that to determine how loud that person needs to be. But there's also one other thing that's very important: the main speakers. Currently, the main speakers are off. So if I turn the main speakers on and I've got sound coming through my channel and I turn this up and it's unmuted. So those are the 3 things that we need for a particular microphone to make sound on the sound system. First of all, the main speakers have to be on, it has to be unmuted, and then you have to adjust the slider for the volume. So those are the 3 things, and it's honestly pretty simple once you just kind of figure that out. Usually you come in the morning, you turn on the sound system, you turn up the main speakers. That's not a huge issue. Then you come over here, any mics that you're using, you unmute them. Say we're going to use this one, this one, this one. They're unmuted, and then as you start going, you can adjust the sliders if you need to. There are some shortcuts over here if you use mute groups. Say we are doing things on the first group over here. So we're on the first layer. But really suddenly you need to turn on the pastor's mic. There's a shortcut for that, so you can just do it with one button, okay? Or if you need to turn on Michael and the piano really quick, you can do those together with one button. Now, the only thing about this just is a mute button. So if the sliders are down, it's still not going to help you all that much. So most of your work is going to be right here. But if you need to turn on a whole bunch of mics all at once, say the praise team is coming up, if you just want to hit all the stage mics, there's a shortcut to do that. And that just unmutes all of the stage mics all at once. And it's just super fast and easy to do that. So really, that's about all there is to it. So you've got your channels 1 through 16, 17 through 32 in the next layer, then your electronic signals on the third layer. You've got your main speaker slider on the right here, and then over here are your mute groups. And for your average day-to-day stuff, that's the main thing that you're going to need to know. Like I said, there are plenty of other things to learn, but just basic, how do I turn this microphone on, level of understanding, that's really where we want you to start. So I'm going to ask you to prayerfully consider joining the AV team, and as you do that, you're not going to be expected to run this thing from day one. The expectation is that you would observe for a couple of weeks, a minimum of 2 weeks to observe and just ask questions and see what the sound person does. And ask, hey, why are you doing that? What's that button do? And then after 2 weeks of just observing, you can have another 2 weeks of actually doing it hands-on, but still having a resource next to you to answer questions, handle any hiccups or emergencies that could kind of come up, like, oh, what do I do now? You have someone right next to you to help with that. And after that, only when you feel comfortable would we ever ask you to join. And I would ask maybe one Sunday a month to start with, and to see how you feel with that. So anyway, again, thank you for watching the video, and I look forward to seeing you on Sunday. Bye.